Hello everybody and welcome back to Omnifactory. My name is Protius.
And I am Kelly Engineering.
And we are here to continue making automation of everything.
In between episodes, we didn't really do much. We didn't go any resource gathering because we're kind of on a time crunch right now.
Unfortunately.
So that we can get enough footage for episodes while I am away on business.
Boo.
So, yeah, boo, business, indeed. They keep. I've spent most of this year in Virginia.
Ugh.
Um, but in this episode, we're going to divvy up the work a little bit. I'm going to be working on making better infinite water, and then I'll be working on the macerator.
And I'll be working on finally getting us some flight with the leadstone jetpack. But as you can see on my screen anyways, the leadstone jetpack is quite a project, so it Kelly will probably be done with both of his before I finish with this one. We'll just say that.
And I'm sure I'll figure out something else to do in the meantime.
Yeah.
We still need to complete the quests for the conveyor and the pumps.
Yep.
So I can probably start working on those if you're not done with the jetpack.
Right, which I probably won't be. First things first, though, we were poking through the quests, and we unlocked some of these early game ones. But we unlocked this one that we're gonna ignore most of the early game quests for now till we get more beginning quests done. But this one over here is called Bounties for Omnicoins. So it says, now that you have a wire mill and a compressor, you can consider starting to do bounties. The bounty board has a global inventory containing quests to turn in specific items in exchange for Omnicoins. These quests have a fairly short duration, so make sure to stockpile the items that come up on them or else they'll expire before you can complete them. With renewable Omnicoins, you should feel free to spend the ones you have on whatever ores you find yourself needing more of. Spend your coins. So basically, this will be a better way for us to get more Omnicoins so that we can get more Omnidollars so we can buy the very annoying things. So,
And I'm going to put my bounty board up here by the tree farm.
okay.
Oh wow, look at these bounties.
We've got common, uncommon, and I've got one rare in mind. Do you have? Wow.
Uncommon, common.
Yeah.
I don't have. Oh, I have one rare.
Yeah.
4 electric pistons, 3 ender widgets, and 5 electric motors. The one I'm interested in right now are these 4 electric pumps to get 12 omni-nickels.
Wow, that's a really good one. And you can see I'm in the inventory, and one of the ones that just expired just disappeared. So they'll reappear and disappear every whenever they run out of time, because you can see they're really short time periods for some of them.
Yeah, these 4 electric pumps are time to complete, 40 seconds left.
Oh, that's not going to happen. So, yeah, so like the thing said, we'll just start stockpiling things, and when we see one that gives a good reward, we'll give some of our stockpile to it. But I did notice, Kel, when you put yours down, it actually doubled the number of available bounties.
Oh, I did not notice that.
So let's see, is there... Oh, and it's very easily craftable too. So if we want to craft more and see if that gets us more available bounties, that would be cool.
It's really... I don't want to do this one. It's 50 omnipennies as a reward, but it's 20 stone widgets, and it doesn't look like stone widgets have any sort of use.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it looks like it's completely just used for... Yeah. It's something just for the bounty board, it looks like, because it's a content tweaker item.
Yep.
Well, we'll just ignore that then.
I agree. But let's start. Let's get to work.
Yep. So I'm going to buy the sulfur.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So since we haven't found any sulfur ore yet, and we need sulfur in order to make the jetpacks, we're just going to spend... It was 2 omni nickels to create 32 sulfur ore. I'm just going to toss it all into the smelter, and that'll be enough. Oh, you know what? I want 1. Keep 1 downstairs for our ore wall.
Yep.
And that'll be enough to make the first tier of jetpack.
Another thing we discovered with actually allowing the auto output of items is you actually need to put use a wrench on any side of the Gregtech machines, and it will become an output. And there will be an orange ring on it to show that it's an output. And yeah, so we have everything outputting to these small storage crates.
Yep.
And all right, I'm gonna start working on the infinite water.
Yep. I've started working on the 2 jetpacks.
And you know what? I'll just take this opportunity to say, both Protius and I were talking, and we feel kind of unnatural doing this together. Like we're not putting out quality content working together because it just seems like there's a lot of downtime. I guess would be the right word to say.
A lot of silence.
Yeah, a lot of silence, or a lot of just watching the other do work or talk. So, if you have any suggestions whatsoever on what we can do to make this a quality series for you, because we're trying to teach and we want to make sure that whatever both of us are doing is getting into the episode. But we don't want to do that at the cost of, I'm going to just move this outside. We don't want to do this at the cost of, quality content. So, yeah, absolutely put the suggestions in the comments on what we can do to make it better, and we'll absolutely do them because we're invested in making a quality content for all of you to watch.
Yeah.
And immediately after saying that, we fall back into silence.
Yeah. So I actually was going to let you know I'm working on making the steam dynamos required for the leadstone thrusters for the jetpack, and I'm gonna make. We need 4 to make 2 steam dynamos. I'm making 8 steam dynamos, so that we can add 4 more to the power array downstairs to try and get a little more power.
All right. Yep, I understand. So more steam dynamos, more power. And how far away are we from magnetic dynamos? What do we need for that? Because magnetic would be the next step up.
Magmatic?
Yeah, not
The lava ones?
Was magmatic the next?
I think so.
Yep, they are. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, we need dark steel and dark bimetal. So that's going to be a quest later on down the road.
Yeah. We did complete dark steel, but we haven't done the bimetal stuff yet. All right.
All right.
What's up?
8 infinite water sources done, about to turn it into 1 dense infinite water source.
Nice.
Oh, correction, infinite. Where are you? Compact.
Yeah. Is it compact or compressed or something like that?
Yeah, it's the compact. So I need a. Is it? You know what? Yeah, nope. That stinks. Okay. I was just hoping that there was an easier way to do this because I am manually putting all of this stuff in.
Oh, yeah. Unfortunately, not yet. All right. So I need 48 of these gold rods to do this. So I'm just going to batch craft a whole stack. So we'll have some extras eventually. Oh, and that killed the file.
Oh, yep. I think there was 1 file left in there.
No, there was enough to make more up top, but I killed all of the files.
Oh, I just realized that you put crafting tweaks in there, but I still can't shift click into the crafting table.
I actually have not put crafting tweaks in yet.
Oh.
I haven't had a chance to play with the server yet.
Crafting tweaks is in here, though.
Is it?
Right click craft stacks. Actually edition fast bench enabled. Huh.
I don't know. Let's see if I need 2 per. And I need 8, so that's 16.
I don't think we're going to be able to get up to the dense one
Why?
without. I'm going to need some more wrought iron.
Oh, there's some in the chest under the smeltery.
Yeah, I thought I took all of those. Oh yeah, okay. Right on. So I'm gonna throw all these and start making some more plates.
It's a lot of plates.
Yeah.
It's all right. We'll be using them all.
Yeah, for this water source alone.
Yeah. Oh, I just accidentally clicked something wrong. There we go. I need a ton of red alloy plates. I'm going to make more red alloy.
Got it.
Red alloy comes from red alloy dust, which comes from 1 copper dust. Oh boy. Alright. Time to kill a few mortars.
Oh, I put more than enough iron in there to
Oh, to craft more?
to make up for that.
Good.
All right. 2 down.
2 what?
2 compact infinite water sources.
Oh.
This is not good content.
Is it boring?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I'm just throwing this stuff into the into a crafting table. You're running around. I'm stuck here at a little mini.
Yeah, it's a lot of grindy crafting at this stage, unfortunately.
And so you know what? Let's try this conversation thing. So, for those of you unfamiliar with either, both of us, I am in the Navy, and Protius was in the Navy.
The U.S. Navy.
The U.S. Navy. Yeah, I am. No, we're in the Canadian Navy.
Eh? Sorry.
Her Majesty's Canadian ship. The so yeah, he was in the Navy. I am in the Navy. Electronics technician. And
you cut out there a bit.
Oh yeah, I am an electronics technician.
Yeah.
And Protius was a personnel specialist. Protius, what year did you go through boot camp?
2011. December 12th.
Yeah. I got to boot camp in June of 2007. So I've been in the Navy 13 years now.
You old fart.
30 is not old.
I know.
Oh yeah, you're 30. You old fart. So, did you spend any time? You spent any time in TPU after boot camp?
Yeah, in wonderful Norfolk, Virginia, capital of the Navy.
I meant after I graduated boot camp, my medical paperwork was not lost, but it wasn't ready for them to actually ship me off to Groton for A school.
Misfiled.
Yeah,
that happens
I guess that's a good way to put it.
Oh yeah.
So for about a month after boot camp, I was hanging out in Ship 15, which is the USS Mason. That thing is torn down now.
What? Really?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah, Ship 15, the Mason. So that's where they stuck all of the TPU guys. And I apologize. I am going to use language. Probably the funniest thing that happened. All of the separations guys were also in that building. So the separations guys are the people who couldn't make it through boot camp, and they were just going to be processed out of the Navy to go back to a civilian job. But the separations guys back in 2007 were standing petty officer of the deck, which is those are the people in charge of the quarter deck. So anybody coming onto the boat has to go through the petty officer. The ship or the building has to go through the petty officer of the deck first. So
just to clarify, it's not an actual boat. It's a building that they call a boat because boot camp is all about pretending you're in the Navy already.
Right. So my ship was the USS Theodore Roosevelt, and it was Building 5. but it was the USS Theodore Roosevelt.
Yeah. I don't remember what building number I was in, but it was the Hopper. Was the
Oh,
name.
like Grace Hopper.
Grace Hopper. Yep. I think
So,
that was 3.
like I said, the separations guys were standing petty officer of the deck while I was in TPU, and one of the guys was getting separated for Tourette's. And it was minor Tourette's, but enough that it was just like, hey, dude, you got Tourette's. You can't be in the Navy. So while I was cleaning around the quarterdeck, an officer came on board. And in normal Navy, whenever an 5 or above goes onto the quarterdeck, or the entrance to a ship or a building, you have to call attention on deck. In boot camp, it's any officer, regardless. You have to call attention on deck, just to be like, hey, there is an officer on board. Pay attention to all of his gloriousness. The sarcasm.
Yeah, very much so, I can tell.
But this guy with Tourette's who was standing petty officer of the deck, like, saw him, and like you could see him twitch. And he just screams, attention on deck. And then like he twitches again, deck, twitches again. And it's just like everyone on the quarterdeck is just staring at this guy like, oh my God, like, what the heck did he just do? So, and that was one of my introductions to the Navy, was just this random kid with Tourette's who screamed attention on dick, and then eventually corrected himself to P. And oh man.
To be fair, they are the same word.
So yeah, honestly, if you have Tourette's, like, I feel for you, because that just, like, if you have that type of impulse, like, I feel for you. That cannot be an easy life, to have an impulsive tick like that.
Not at all, I would imagine.
But what was one of the best things that happened to you in boot camp?
Best things? That's questionable. But I was there for Valentine's Day, which was it's probably just as bad as you're imagining. So, I was in an all-male division, so we had no girls. We never saw any except for the one RDC, which for most people you call them drill instructors in other branches, recruit division commanders. They're basically in charge of you while you're at boot camp. So we had one who was in the brother division. They were our partners in misery for our whole 10 weeks there, and she was the only girl we saw on a regular basis. So on Valentine's Day morning, which was I think it was a Saturday, no, it was a Tuesday, she walks into the room, and one of the guys, the guy on watch, screams out, "Happy Valentine's Day, petty officer." And she just looks at him like she stepped on something dirty, and just spends the next hour screaming at him about how it's inappropriate to wish her a happy Valentine's Day, while the rest of us had to stand there and watch without laughing.
Oh man.
We gave up later.
Oh yeah, I was in an integrated division, so both my division 277 and my brother division 278 had one female RDC each. Mine was chief. She was a CS. That's a culinary specialist.
They cook.
So yeah, a cook. So she was my RDC, and then oh man, I can't even remember her 278's RDC, but they also had a RDC in training as well, and she was female. During PT one day, which is physical training. Oh man, we have to explain all these acronyms.
More content.
During physical training, how many more of these do you're gonna run through?
A lot.
All right.
Yeah, I just made enough for oh no, I need more. Anyways, yeah, I just made enough for now.
All right, then do you mind if I take them out and start with this wrought iron again?
Go for it. I'm gonna need wrought iron too.
Cool.
I took your
Get
whole
your own
stack.
hot iron. But during PT, this RDC in training, and I decided to have a race while we were running, and she was super cool. She was absolutely super cool. But so she and I were having a race, and I ended up beating her, but like just barely. And I got to the point where I like had to running so fast that you have to like take those extra 3 steps to try to slow yourself down, and ended up running into this RDC in training, and 278's primary RDC. It was MA1 Lynch.
Oh no, not an MA.
Yeah, MA is a Master at Arms. They're the
Military
Navy
police.
military police. So MA1 like sees this happen, and like immediately I'm at attention and getting yelled at by this grizzled MA1, and like it took the RDC in training. I wish I could remember her name. Like coming, I was like, no, like we were racing. Like this was all in good fun. He was just trying to slow down, like calm down, and like, but at that point, MA1 has to save face in front of his division, so he just continues screaming at me.
Jeez.
And like I'm red in the face, like 18-year-old Kelly is just like has no idea what the heck is going on. It's like it was just a race. Like there's not very many people who are faster than I am. Like
oh
and
man.
yeah, it was not a good day.
No. PT was a bad day for most of us in when I was there, because we had 2 people get severely injured while I was there.
How severely?
Not in my division, but okay. One person died.
In your division?
No. Not in my division. In divisions that while I was there. We just heard about it. So one person died of a heart attack after the final PRT, physical readiness test, basically making sure you're fit enough to leave boot camp and go out to the Navy. And one girl broke her femur.
Ouch.
She survived. She was fine. Well, other than a broken femur. But
yeah, other than a broken femur. Ouch.
Which, if you don't know, the femur is one of the hardest bones in the body. It is supposedly almost as durable as concrete, and it snapped while she was running. So we didn't like to go to PT because this happened in my first like 4 weeks there in the place we went to go PT. So people were like, yeah, let's not be here, thanks.
We had a guy when he was wearing his his boot camp glasses. He was wearing his boot camp glasses. He looked exactly like Napoleon Dynamite.
Hair too.
So yeah, our boot hair too. And boot camp glasses are purposely like very old fashioned glasses because like boot camp isn't supposed to be fashion. So but yeah, when he was wearing his boot camp glasses just like Napoleon Dynamite, but the division directly above us was a SEAL division.
Oh.
So whenever you are coming into the Navy as a SEAL, then they put you in a special division. The same with musicians. Musicians are in a special. Yeah. So the SEAL RDCs came down to visit Chief, and like he told a joke, and then Chief Armstrong told a joke, and this guy like giggled. Oh, big mistake. So like,
you find that funny?
Yeah, you find that funny? You laughing at a chief? You laughing at a chief recruit? And they actually grabbed him and took him up to the SEAL division and IT'd him with the SEALs. Yeah, and IT is intensive training.
Working out as punishment.
Yeah, working out as punishment. So he got IT'd with the SEAL division, and for like that night when he came back, he came back like when all of us went to bed. An hour later, he came back. So, and he was just like whimpering the entire night. He could not go into parade rest. I probably for like 5 days after that.
Yikes.
Yeah. So if you ever go to boot camp, we're not telling you these stories to scare you. And don't get me wrong, I went in 2007. That was a different Navy.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't let if you want to join the Navy, so much fun. In my I think it's incredibly fun, and
Yeah, I see.
not everyone not everyone feels that way.
I mean, I did 7 and got out, but a lot of it had to do with the fact that I wasn't happy doing the job that I was doing. I originally joined up to do Intel, but then I was doing linguist CTI, and I failed the final exam, which is let's see, 10 to 12 hours of testing spread over 3 days, and in three different parts. So you learn a foreign language, and you have to prove that you can listen to it, speak it, and read it. Well, apparently I can't read it, so I failed at the reading. And that was good enough for them to say bye.
We had a girl in our division who she was Taiwanese.
Yep.
And they actually removed her from the rate she was going to be in so that she could be an interpreter.
Get that flip pay.
Yeah. If you're in the Navy and you speak multiple languages, bring it up. Because you can get yeah, they may not remove you from your rate, but if you speak a language that is so if you are fluent in German or if you're fluent in Arabic, then absolutely bring that up because you can receive extra pay for being able to speak those languages.
Yep. So the language I failed at speaking or reading was Arabic. Yep. It was hard.
Oh, no doubt.
I mean, going my whole life reading.
I've seen it written, and it's just like,
yep.
How?
It was difficult. One advantage is that it's very phonetic, like many languages that are not English. So once you learn the sounds that all the letters make, it's easier to sound out words because they're very phonetic. The language is based on phonetics. But
there's phonetic languages like French.
Yeah. Like not English.
Like French with their silent Q's and R's.
Oh, that's not hard. I took French for 7 years.
My sophomore and junior year botany teacher, Mr. Veyer, Veilleux, Veyer.
Yep, French.
Yeah, absolutely French.
Yep. Yeah, my French teacher was not French. He was from Minnesota, but he lived in France for like 3 years. Became fluent, came back to Massachusetts where I went to high school and taught. And he was great. He took us to France for senior year as part of we had a senior trip for French and we went to Paris for a week. That was great.
My high school's French teacher was Mr. Clement, and I have no idea. I took Spanish. I didn't take French. Mainly as a form of rebellion against my mother. Whatever. I was a kid. Leave me alone. My family is so French, so very French, and so I took Spanish. But Mr. Clement was still incredibly cool. When I went to Japan my sophomore year in high school, we went there for 10 days on a student exchange trip. The Mr. Clement came with us because he was learning Japanese as well. He was dead set on being a what's the word, polyglot? No,
polyglot.
Yeah, polyglot. He was dead set on being a polyglot, and yeah, so he came with us, and it turns out like he's just a super cool dude who loves old Looney Tune cartoons as much as I love old Looney Tune cartoons.
So that's why you guys are friends.
So he and I were just like quoting the Rabbit of Seville to each other, and Gossamer, the big red hair. Yeah, we're just like old Looney Tune cartoons. We're just quoting back and forth.
Do you still have all those red alloy ingots you pulled, or did you?
I put them in the top of
yeah,
the
they are.
storage crate.
I need more red alloy plates. I may need even more than this because so many.
I am almost done with the.
With
Yeah,
both?
I'm almost. Yep. Holy, we've been recording for 30 minutes, dude.
Oh, look at that.
And time flies when you're talking about the Navy.
I guess so. I'm almost done with the jetpack. I just need.
And here I was going to get the try to
no.
get the Macerator done.
Oh, you just finished the infinite water source, right? Yeah, you could probably finish the Macerator. I still have to build the thrusters before I can build the jetpack.
All right, infinite water source with one. Boom.
You already have an infinite water source.
Produces 64 millibuckets of per water constantly. Awesome. Done with 10 plates to spare.
Wait, this says it's an infinite water source right here.
Yeah.
Oh.
That one, yeah, but that only produces 1 millibucket per tick. The one I'm creating, well, I just created 8 of the ones that make 8 millibuckets per tick.
Oh, okay.
And 8 of those combined make a dense infinite water source, which
Ooh.
is, yeah,
It looks
64
pretty.
millibuckets. Yeah, 64 millibuckets. Well, there's not really much of a difference other than lines on it.
Yeah. The lines look cool.
But now we have a lot more water. I'm going to go grab some coal because I think we're running low on energy.
Oh, that would be unfortunate. 8 more lead plates. And it should be done. So maybe not with the Macerator today.
Right on. And what should we do with this? You know what? Just put it right here. Always use more water.
Water! Oh.
Water! Water!
Do we have more fluid pipes?
Unknown.
Okay.
Also, you grabbed a piece of terracotta.
Oops. I have my void satchel set to delete the terracotta.
Oh.
So.
All right.
Oops.
Way to
There's some in
way
a
to
drawer
ruin it for the rest of
upstairs.
us. Yeah. Got it.
Forgot I had that turned on. Let me turn that off before I forget. There we go. Auto
Boom.
collect disabled. What am I missing? Oh.
Oh yeah,
Dope.
we're 2 of our sodium batteries are almost dead.
Oh.
So they're charging back up. All right, what's next on the topic of discussion? I'm really liking this this discussion thing.
Next on the topic of discussion is here, have a jetpack.
Ooh. Wait, so how do we charge it now?
You got me there.
On the next episode of Omnifactory, we're gonna figure out how to charge these suckers.
I did look actually. The way to charge them is with the wired chargers, what we've got access to right now, which is electrical steel, dark steel. Well, we have to do the charger from Applied Energistics first, which we do in fact have the quest unlocked for. So we'll have to do that first.
Yeah, let me claim this. Nice. Too bad there wasn't a quest for the infinite water source.
Yeah, just the cheapo one. Oh well.
But so honestly, this is probably the episode I'm the most happy with because of the conversation. So yeah, in between episodes, I have no idea what we're going to be doing because I'll be gone for 11 days.
Yeah.
But when I get back, we'll have plenty of time to record an episode. But I am Kelly Engineering, and I hope that you did enjoy this episode. And don't forget to leave a comment on how we can improve the quality of these episodes because both of us are too used to working alone, and working together is thrown off our groove. But once again, I am Kelly Engineering.
I am Protius.
And we'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.